You won't believe what happened to this man that was bit by the most venomous snakes in the world every day for 30 years. This is Steve Ludwin, and he turned himself into a real-life science experiment. At the age of 17, Steve said to himself that he wanted to inject himself with snake venom, although he never got the courage to actually do this until a couple years later. So in 1988, Steve was ready and injected himself with one of the most venomous snake venoms in the world. But after he did this, Steve's hands started swelling and turning green. However, he did not want to go to the hospital because he was afraid they would take his snakes away. But Steve got so sick and the swelling was so bad he had to go. They said if he didn't go to the hospital at that time, he could be paralyzed or even dead. After he was fully healed, he was determined to swallow, inject, and even get bit by snakes for their venom. So from then on, Steve would get snake venom in his bloodstream every day. His girlfriend and many people thought he was crazy, but Steve had a hidden reason for what he was doing. After many years of Steve putting snake venom in his blood and being rushed to the hospital multiple times, he started to become immune to it. And he had some sort of superpower now. Come back for part 2. You won't believe what happened to this man that was bit by the most venomous snakes in the world every day for 30 years. This is Steve Ludwin, and after many years of him putting the most venomous snake venoms in his bloodstream and having many near-death experiences, he started to get immune to the venom. Now this is when it gets very strange. The venom now served a different purpose for him. He now has a superhuman immune system, and he says he hasn't got sick in over a decade from taking this snake venom. But while he's been doing this, he's also been experimenting with all different kinds of snakes. He found out this one snake gave him pretty much a superpower, the cobra. After he put this snake's venom into his bloodstream, he was now able to outperform his ability. He said he would really never get tired and couldn't even feel pain. And he figured out all these different snake venoms could serve as different purposes. Steve now gives his blood from people suffering from snake bites. And Steve is also working on anti-venom right now to save many people's lives. So Steve really could change the world.